Hi guys, it's Oni Cat. It's been a long time since I've been on here. Um, Mostly because life has just happened. I moved finally to where we actually have more space. I'm clumsy and I shouldn't be diamond painting if I'm clumsy, right? But I just got a new job at work. Like, same place, different position. And I started that today, which is really exciting. Um, I don't know what else. I just haven't been stitching. I've been diamond painting. I took a break from the Hade that I'm doing. Yes, I'm diamond painting a Hade. Um, it's one of those things that is possible. It's just very time consuming. I don't really mind that. I mean, I don't do my hobbies to rush them. But one thing I like about diamond painting is I actually tend to get things done. The one that I'm working on right now is this really cool owl. I've been wanting it for a long time. I finally got it. And then I wasn't diamond painting for a while because that's what I do. My hobbies, they kind of come, they kind of go. And it's another reason why I haven't really been on here. I just kind of miss coming on here, saying hi. I'm going to try to do this more often now that I have more space. Like, this is a whole drafting table specifically for my diamond painting, which is really exciting. And my crafting and whatever else I'm doing that day. So I get to do that. But I guess work was just so overwhelming for a long time. I mean, I was running an entire front end of a store. So basically, what I was doing was I was the supervisor for all the checkers and everyone pushing carts and everything, and just taking care of everything that basically everybody's checkout process at the grocery store that I work at. And I just didn't really want to do it anymore. There's odd pacing to it. It's just wasn't keeping me happy anymore. I've done it for long enough. I've worked in the front end of this grocery store for a total of about 8 years because I worked at my same chain, different store, for about 6.5 years, and I've been back for almost 2 because I left the company for about 3 years. And in that time, I got to be a dog trainer, which was amazing. It's the reason why I have my amazing dog. This channel is actually named after my cat, whom I've had since I pretty much moved out of, out on my own, which was nice. And then the first, which was, I don't know, 3 days ago. Yeah, because today's the 4th. Happy 4th of July, by the way. Just realized what day it was. As I'm hearing fireworks out, like, exploding outside, I just realized what day it is. This is so weird because I'm not using my light pad right now because I'm using a ring light so that way you can kind of see what I'm doing better. It's weird to have it front lit instead of backlit. Oh, but this is the 3rd year I've had my dog. The first was like our anniversary of getting her, which was really exciting. She got all kinds of treats, she don't really know what's going on, but she was happy to get treats. And new chews and stuff. I mean, not that she doesn't get them anyway, because I'm a very spoiled dog. She was my moneymaker when I had when I was a dog trainer. She was my advertising, essentially. Like, this is what your dog's gonna look like if I train your dog. It was really cool to do all that. But I'm not gonna lie, it was very stressful. I didn't want to run my own business anymore. So I went back and was like, I'm gonna go manage at this grocery store. Which was like my first job anyway. So I was like, it's not like I don't know what I'm doing. So I went and decided to go do that. And then I finally got sick of running the whole front and decided to go and work on orders for the store, which is really fun. Like, the computer does most of it, but I make sure that everything's accurate. I accidentally almost said that we had 70 of something today that we didn't have any of. That was fun. But again, first day doing that. Really, I don't sound like it, but I'm excited. Yeah, just living my life in my house, well, it's not a house, it's an apartment, but we finally moved out of my mother-in-law's. We lived there for almost 6 years, and it was just the housing market kept getting worse and worse, and then COVID happened, and just a lot going on, and now we're here. And I'm just happy we actually have space for things, because then I can diamond paint. Honestly, there just wasn't any room to do any of this over there. If you had seen where I was sitting, I was always sitting on my bed, because that was pretty much the only place I had to film. Because we were kind of confined to one little room. There were like a whole bunch of people in the house. And I didn't really feel like filming when my little brother-in-laws were running around everywhere. So I decided to not. But now that we're here, I can do this again. I feel like I'm rambling about the same thing for on and on and on and on and on. I haven't really finished any stitching because I never finish stitching. I always start a project, get distracted by another project. I have like 11 whips. It's just, I actually finish my diamond paintings because they go that much quicker. Like, I'm done with that color for this section already. I just got a few more that are coming now. That'll probably take a month to get here. I got a bigger light pad too, because I have like an A3 or whatever it is. No. I have the one that's like the size of a piece of paper, which I think is A4, but I got an A3, which is the bigger one. Why? 606. I don't know how many there are of these over here. It's a pretty color. So I'm actually doing a round diamond painting right now. I usually do squares. I accidentally ordered this and the next one that I'm going to do in round. One of them is a gift for my husband. I mean, I have another one that I did that was a gift for him, but it really just sits on the wall. I'm not really sure how ecstatic he is to get them, but I'm happy to do them. So I don't think he really cares if I make him a diamond painting or not, but I do, because I enjoy doing it. And then we have a pretty thing on our wall that, you know, I made it for him so he can deal. If he doesn't want it, he can just stare at it. Yay! The diamonds coming off on my arm. I'm feeling my cat got to this. But, like, the glue in one spot isn't as good. But, like, this painting specifically has survived a move and sitting for a while. And it's hot in here because they haven't fixed our air conditioning. So, we moved over here in May, I want to say. It was late May. Or was it March? Or April. I don't remember. I know that sounds really weird, but it was either like March or April. So we moved over here. And everything was fine. We had to use our heat at the time, so it was probably March. And then summer hit. And we had several 100-degree days, kind of like today is, which I totally expect out of the 4th of July. And we're like, we can't get our apartment cool. And they're like, alright, we'll figure it out. So they came in, they checked on everything, and they're like, oh, it's your Freon. We'll recharge it. Took them a while, because they had parts on back, or they had it on back order for a while. And since they had it on back order for however long, we were miserable. And then they recharged the Freon. It worked for about 10 minutes. Got nice and cool. Our air pressure isn't very high for it, and we're trying to figure out why. Finally go and ask. We're like, dude, it's still not working. This has been our fiasco. And we're like, dude, it's still not working, and 2 of our vents aren't really getting any air pressure. What's going on? Like, we have a roommate who has the smaller bedroom, and her AC, like, her vent doesn't blow. We're like, okay, this is unacceptable because we're dying of heat. We have 2 cats and a dog, and I don't like putting my animals at risk like that. And they're like, okay, well, we'll check it out. It's the capacitors in the compressor. They're shot, I guess. Whatever. Which means that they have to replace them. The parts are on back order. I am not happy. Especially since, so I work from 3 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., which means I'm getting home at like the hottest part of the day. I'm trying to sleep at the end of the hot part of the day, but it's still the hot part of the day. Today I didn't work that early though, because I got off work at 4:30 p.m. last night, so I was like, I'm coming in at 5. Thank you. So I worked till 1:30 today, but I'm like, okay, so I'm in the AC all day when I'm at work, and then suddenly I'm in sweltering heat. I am not dealing with this. I'm, not happy. One moment. I unplugged my ring light. No. There it goes. Oh, I have to hit the button. So, there. I'm like, oh no! Just the way I have it set up, I hit it with my foot and there goes the plug. So, we're really not happy about it. But as soon as we get that AC, it's probably going to be the end of the summer. Because that's what it feels like is going to happen at this point. Because we just... everything's on back order. Everything's just... And the thing is the second the parts come in, they fix it. Because they know that we're, like, dying. We're also not the only apartment with this problem right now. Apparently it happened to more than one. They fixed all of our Freon. They did what they needed to do. And it's really funny because they're always like, oh yeah, we're gonna get it fixed. Like, because we talk to him all the time for it. And we're like, excuse me, what's going on? Because we're not very heat tolerant. Our roommate is, because she's from Texas. She's the only one of us that could not care less about the heat. I've got, like, dog hair all over this. And maybe cat hair, because my cat likes to lay on my diamond painting. You can imagine how I feel about that one. I'm like, could you not lay it on the diamond painting, please? But we complain about it pretty consistently, because we're like, hey, what's going on? We're all dying of heat stroke. But yeah, so that's been what's going on for, all the AC problems. Everything else in my life is going pretty great. Like, I don't know, we finally got more space. We can afford to live. It's nice. And we're waiting to see if we get raises this year. All that fun stuff. Oh, wait. When I say we can afford to live, kind of. I mean, it's comfortable enough. It's not as comfortable as I'd like, but I don't think anybody's ever like that. But yeah, I'm just diamond painting away. This is actually a 50 by 60, which is kind of where I like them to be. Because everybody's all like, oh yeah, 30 by 40 or 40 by 50. No. I like 50 by 60 because they're just, I don't know. They've got just that little bit of extra detail to them. But yeah, I'm just plugging away at these 3s over here. It's a really pretty color though. I think I'm finally getting a wing over here. Maybe. I don't even know what I'm diamond painting at this point. But that's kind of how it is when you diamond paint. It's like when you stitch. Or it's like with my Haid. I'm sitting there and I do a section. Or I do a couple sections. Because I do 60 at a time. I do a 2 by 6 block because Pattern Keeper on my tablet shows that really nicely. So I'm like, alright, that's what I'm going to do at a time. When I stitch, I only do 10 by 10s because, well, or I do extreme cross country, which you can't do with diamond painting, which is kind of sad to me. But I think I'd get sick of the black in this one because I'm doing Absinthe Goggles by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And it's a lot of really pretty greens. It's a lot of really cool stuff. But there's so much black. But that's kind of the way it is with every Haid. There's like 60 some odd thousand black, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. But the diamonds I have for it aren't super trashy or anything. I did not get my canvas or anything from Haid. This is actually, I got this long before Haid did their thing, where they switched it. I've been diamond painting for a couple years at this point. I just decided to go back to stitching for a while, and that's when I started my floss tube. I think I got them from, I can't even remember now. Color Whisper, that's what it was. But this next one that I'm going to do, I'm going to attempt to do kind of in a different way. What I want to do is try to take the paper. So I think if you print it at like 1.28 or something like that, your pattern out, which of course I own at that point. if you print your pattern at like 1.28% or something like that, or 128% or whatever, it, the diamonds fit right, which is really exciting. But I bought some adhesive rolls, so it's basically this stuff. And what I want to attempt to do is just diamond paint the actual page and then attach them. Somebody on the Diamond Painting Facebook group is doing it that way. I think I'm going to message her and kind of get a few pointers for it, because it sounds amazing. 1,000 times easier than what I'm doing right now. Because right now I'm doing it from the pattern. Also, I'm only buying the drills. I'm not buying the canvas. And if I'm not buying the canvas, then it's not nearly as expensive. 8 is 902, right? Yeah. If I could just actually grab what I'm looking for. It's a really pretty, like, burgundy color that I'm working with right now. It's really dark plum, I guess. I don't really know, but I like it. It's a pretty color. Because the thing is that I've got a couple of supersize that I want to get it done. I mean, mind you, if I do it, it'll take up the entire wall. Which, you know, I'm not really certain I mind too much, and I just popped that a little bit. I need to figure out, I have several trays, and this one's, like, sticking, like, it's thin in a couple spots where the diamonds sit, and I don't like it. Doing the shake, shake, shake. But I think I'm going to try to figure out if I can do that, because, first of all, it's more like this. It's still my Haid. It's still, which they chart everything so beautifully, I want to do that. One thing I wish that the diamonds, the people who make the, these guys, the diamonds, or the drills, or whatever you want to call them, I wish that they would, make the new colors. Like 1 through, I think it's 32, 35, something like that. Because Haid utilizes those. I know there's substitute colors, which I may end up doing. And I'd have to keep the key next to me and everything to figure that out, which wouldn't bug me any. And it's really funny whenever I go get a Haid pattern printed, they're like, oh my goodness, it's like a book. I'm like, Everybody always tells me that. But yeah, I kind of want to figure out if I can just double-sided tape it and do it that way. But if I get, because I just got, I think it's 10 centimeters by an unreasonable amount. It's like 5,000 or something like that. Centimeters, what I can do is essentially double-sided tape everything. It's just basically using this adhesive, which is plenty strong, which is exactly what I need. And I guess I'll just have to figure that out. You have to line it up really well, all that good stuff. And that's time consuming. It's more time consuming than just peeling back a piece of paper and doing it that way. But I still feel like I'm giving the artists their money, and because I support Haid and what they do. I absolutely love Haid, and I love the fact that I can do it as a diamond painting. I just want to make it more like a diamond painting. Instead of doing the blank canvas, which is what I'm working on right now for my absinthe goggles. It just takes me forever. Although at the same time, I was doing maybe 500 stitches a day. Maybe more like 100 stitches a day. When I'm actually working on absinthe goggles, I took a bit of a break from it because it's just time consuming and just bleh. Sorry, I picked up 2 of these with my hand, and I'm not entirely certain that they didn't come off from something I painted earlier. I have a roller, I just have to go find it. And I need to use it. But I think that's what's been going on. Is that when I shake my tray, they run away. I don't remember what I was saying. I know I said I took a break from my absinthe goggles, which is that big one, because I wanted to do a couple, like, regular diamond paintings. Oh, that's what I was saying. I was doing maybe 100 stitches a day when I was cross-stitching. Diamond painting, on the other hand, I was doing like 1,200 stitches a day. I'm like, cool, this is awesome, except this thing is 200,000 stitches. Which is great and all. It's probably going to take me a couple years to finish that. But if I figure out how the other way works, I may just toss that canvas and do it the other way. Do it with the paper and then attaching the papers together. I hate to say it, but I might just throw that canvas out. Like, I don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy doing this, because this is almost mind-numbing. Like, not mind-numbing, just, I don't have to think about it as much as if I'm doing, like, I could not sit here and talk and stitch, because I'd lose track of what I'm doing. This, I pick it up, there's an 8 sitting right there, there's an 8 there, like, I'm not losing track of what I'm doing. I always feel like I'm going to when I'm, what's it called? When I'm stitching or doing the HAED. When I have the blank canvas, I much prefer this, especially when I've had a very long day at work. I was working my brain pretty hard all day. But what is everybody's plans for the 4th? I'll probably be asleep before fireworks really kick off. Just because I worked so early, but that's really not an issue for me. But I'm off tomorrow, so I might stay up a little late. I'm not sure yet. And the funny thing is, I got the drafting table so that I'm not sitting here doing, like, hunched over and everything, but I never tilted up. I did the first couple days, but I feel like I need to tape it and everything, and I just would have to figure out how to get my light pad to stick the way I want it to and everything, and I'm just not really that invested in it right now. But this still is fine by me with what I'm doing right now. Oh my god, it's hot in here. I'm not sure how much longer I can sit here and talk just because I am boiling alive. It's about 90 degrees in my apartment right now. And I am just starting to, like, I'm sitting here diamond painting going, okay, like 3 more symbols and then I'm gonna be done. But hopefully I will be doing this a lot more. If you have any questions, definitely shoot me a message or anything to say. Just shoot me a comment, shoot me a message. That would be awesome. I'm actually going to cover this back up because I need to go today in front of the fan for a little bit. So I will see you next time, and I'll probably be diamond painting again. Bye!